Howdy, folks. Greyhawk 4x4 coming at you again, your resident vintage gamer, and it is our Thursday night gaming chat. Started a little early, about 15 minutes early because I wanted to end early because the wife and I have got stuff to do. You turn that around so see my old rank there. So I know I'm in here talking to myself right now because most people probably expect me not to start till 7, but figure I'll start it early, and we got somebody in here now already. So we're going to talk about, got some of my old Grenadier and Ral Partha box sets here that we're going to show off a little bit later and all that. Old D&D minis and stuff like that. So we're going to do that, and we'll talk about some gaming news and anything else you guys want to talk about, anything you guys want to ask about, and all that. So pop the top on the old Baja Blast there. So let's take a look here. So today they had their PlayStation State of Play. Well, my give a fuck factor, PlayStation, is very low about this because nobody can get people can get PlayStation 5s if they're willing to spend money buying them from the snipers. I am not. I'm old school. I'm used to just being able, you have a product, I'm able to order it and buy it and get it, and I'm done. But having to fight with other people over shit, fuck that. I ain't doing that. So, but we can talk, if people get in here and they want to talk about any of these titles or anything, we can do that. Valkyrie Elysium. That might be interesting. Returnal Ascension. Looking at some of these titles here. Ghostwire Tokyo. Most of these I have not. If they're existing franchises, I've never played any, because again, I'm not a console player. I might be a console player if I could ever get one, but just I'd probably be a casual console player because I prefer mouse and keyboard and all that, but you know. So let's see here. I'm gonna go through. So what I'm gonna do here. So like, I'm just gonna kind of go over real quick. Everybody watching this will be watched. There's nobody in here, so this will be watched on replay. But the first one we're gonna go over is, this is the Sea Giant. And the Dragon Lord's title, or the heading there, it was a line of minis that Grenadier had back in the 80s, specifically geared towards D&D. And what's funny is the Sea Giant was not in first edition. That came later, I'm sure. But this one I got off of eBay. So it was complete. Even with each one of these came with a little paper thing to show you how the mini should look, because most of them had to be, a lot of them had to be put together, and it's supposed to show you how they're supposed to look and what's supposed to be included in the box and all that. And this is part of the Giants Club. I forgot, it also says subheading there, Giants Club, because they had all the different types of giants that you could get. And each one of them came with, I'll show the mini too at some point, but each one of them came with a little obelisk on it. And this one says C on it. and which was kind of cool. So that like if you ended up painting all your minis, you could have them like maybe up on a shelf, and each of them have their obelisk kind of as a set, that type of thing. So. Note to people that might be thinking of becoming live streamers at some point, especially if you're going to be on camera, is, well, even if you're not going to be on camera, don't eat peanuts before you go on camera, because you end up with all kinds of shrapnel and shit in your mouth that you end up, if you're not careful, you end up launching at the screen. Well, we got somebody in here. See if they pop in and then pop right back out again. We're talking about old school minis. Whoever it was that just popped in. This is my Sea Giant. So, yeah, this is what I get for starting early, because most people would expect me to be on at 7. But I thought some people might actually like the fact that I start early, for the same reason that I want to get done early, and they probably want to get done early. So let's see what else is happening here. Let's go to MMORPG. The curse of skill in multiplayer games. There is an entire feature article here, an editorial. The curse of skill. I guess that the takeaway there is that they're discussing that you either have skill or you don't, i.e., get good, scrub, or you get kicked out of groups and everything if you don't have enough skill. And then it's kind of a catch-22, because then how are you supposed to improve your skill if you can't, get part of a group or whatever to work on your craft? So that's an interesting article. I'll probably go back and read. That's on mmorpg.com if anybody's interested. Let's see here. What else we got? We're going to talk about the Itch.io's bundle for Ukraine. We're going to talk about that a little bit too. So wait and see here. It's going on 7 here. Yeah, got a few minutes here. Also got the dice out, because in previous lives we've ended up wanting to roll dice for things. So got the dice there. So ready for that. Got a soda and a beer just in case the itch hits me. We're going to be back at the table tomorrow for our campaign, and I'll try and shoot a little bit of video of that. The idea is that, as you can see, my bagging and boarding project is done now. I've got all the boxes and stuff put back away, because I got everything in all the boxes. Everything's been bagged and boarded now. Most of it's been cataloged. So that project is about 90% done. I still got some more stuff to do and everything, but it allowed me, because I needed the table back for tomorrow night. So I had to bust ass to get that done. And I also had some internet issues the last few days since my last live. That's why I haven't really done or uploaded any videos, is because internet was spotty, kept going in and out, and turned out that there was something in the neighborhood that was causing an issue, because they had to have a tech come out yesterday. Of course, they didn't tell anybody, and he shut down internet completely while he was working on it. So I had to deal with that. So, but it seems like everything's fixed now. So, and we got somebody in here. See if they stay or if they pop back out again. We'll be talking about quite a few different things once we get some people in here. Yeah, this is what I get for starting. I thought I'll start early and see if anybody else. First of all, if it'll send out notifications, because YouTube should send out notifications to people that are signed up that have the bell, checked, to get notifications for their people that they subscribe to. But I've heard that they don't do a real good job of sending out notifications. So that could also be the case. So, but we got another 5 minutes to go here, and go from there. So let's see what other stuff can we pull up here, gaming news related. Let's see here. The 10 best open world games, IGN, 11 hours ago. Let's see what they have to say here. Well, we'll go through this for sure here. See, and then, of course, this is a very subjective list. They've got a lot of brand new games on here, which, of course, people are going to say, well, they're only putting it on there because it's brand new. Let's see here. Boy, IGN loves to hit you with ads. Good God. It's like, yeah, we get it. You're trying to sell shit, but goddamn. That's crazy. Splash screen after splash screen. Some crazy stuff right there. All right. Well, guess I can show off some more of these here that we're going to go over. I'm trying not to, because these actually have the figures in them too. I'm missing some figures from some of these box sets, so, which is unfortunate, but this is the Dragon Killers box set. The artwork was pretty cool. Try and get that where you guys can see it a little bit better. But we'll go through I don't want to do this until we get some people in here, so we'll go through this stuff at some point here. Probably have some regulars that'll pop in at some point. Let's see here. Even have got a Dragonlance, one of the old Dragonlance box sets, minis. This is the set 1. It's the only one I have. I don't remember if they even did a set 2, but my camera's doing better at focusing. So let's see here. At least I think it is. I think you got to do that, and then of course I'm dealing with glare too. Just trying to give you guys a look at the artwork there. Hey Chupa, how are you? I started a little bit early tonight because the last couple I was late, so figured I'd start one early to try and make up for it. And you're the only one in here, I think, Chupa. So it's just you and me. But we're gonna go over some of these box sets here and stuff if you like the old minis and all that. So, and I might change this. I might change this time. I might back this my scheduled time to do this live on Thursdays instead of 6 p.m. Pacific. I might change it to 5 p.m. Just so that is still earlier back for people back east and over in Europe and stuff like that. So quality over quantity. Absolutely. I had that paper in there too. So how you doing, Chupa? Everything good with you? There's quite a few. I know I think you're one of my fellow football fans on here. There was quite a few trades and stuff. Hey, Mike, how are you? So we got 2 regulars in here. So we'll see if we get anybody else, because I want to go over this stuff and show you guys all these little minis and stuff. But I'd kind of like a couple more people to be in. You guys have anything going on this week that you wanted to talk about or ask questions about? Or hello, Mrs. Chupa. Yeah, there was some interesting football trades today, NFL trades and stuff. Unfortunately, last couple of days, Russell Wilson's going to the Broncos, and Khalil Mack is going to the Chargers, which are all in my Raiders division, which is just going to make it tougher for my Raiders next year, which they don't need any damn help, you know, from the challenge standpoint. They challenge themselves enough. So, but some of you might end up doing all right. I don't know when the draft is going to be. Is that a shark fin under your Budweiser sign? Yes, it is. That is a. Hey, Bastille. That is a shark fin, because I am one of the things that I am proud to say is I am what's known as a parrot head. I'm a Jimmy Buffett fan, and we used to go to, me and my friends and buddies and everybody else, we used to go every year to Irvine Meadows in California to go to the Jimmy Buffett concert for the whole weekend. He'd play like Thursday and Saturday, and we would go to, look at my camera just go out of focus like this. And we would go for the whole weekend to watch both shows and stay for like 4 days, and it was a party. So that is, there's a song by Jimmy Buffett called Fins, and everybody in the neighborhood, when he's singing the song, everybody in the audience does this for their fin, on top of their head, back and forth. Well, we actually had one, to take with us. So that's what that is from. So yeah, like I was saying, whenever I do one of my tours here, and by the way, there's going to be another tour coming up real soon, because now that I got all my shit put away from that project, now I can do another good tour. Once I need to do some dusting and cleaning and stuff like that, but then we'll do another tour. And I got shit everywhere in this place. I got stuff on all the shelves, and because everything has a story. So everything has meaning to me. I said sentimental value, whatever you want to call it. So everything has a story behind it. Either it's something somebody made for me, or it's a gift someone gave me, or it was something that has a cherished memory or whatever. So yeah, we'll do another tour though, and we'll maybe go through some more of those things. But anyway, that, to answer your question, yes, that's a shark. It's not a real shark fin. It's just made out of not cardboard, but what the hell is it made out of? It's like fiberboard, Mike says, I started going through old Dungeon and Dragon magazines I had boxed away. So that is the next step of my project. So all of my modules and accessories, for tabletop role-playing stuff, all of that's bagged and boarded now, and most of it's cataloged. The Dragon magazines and what few Dungeon magazines I have, those are the next thing. Now, the cool part about that is I have them in little, those little belt bookshelf holders, sleeve things. So I can just take one of those down and bag and board those and put it back. I don't have to have, like I did with all those boxes and crap out here. I can just do those one at a time. So that's the next part of the project that'll be going on. So yeah, that's coming. So at what point did you guys want me to start going? Do you want me to start going through this stuff now? I got a bunch of these to show you guys, these old minis that I've got and stuff. Or do you want to wait till we get some more people in here? Because those that miss out, I guess we'll just have to watch it on replay, right? So, but yeah, so this is that sea giant right here. So this is this guy. He is not put together. Bastille says he has the Dragon CD with the 250 issues. Yeah, I do not have that CD. Wish I did. So here is. I have no idea. Oh, there we go. See, it focuses real quick and then it drops out. Anyway, there is Mr. Sea Giant without his arms and stuff, but um, I was trying to get that so you guys get a little bit more better detail, but there we go. That's without his, and then of course he has his trident on his arm and all that you have to attach. And then it even comes with a couple of little adventurers that now these may not come up at all. Let's see here. Let's see if we can set this guy down here. See if we can get that to come up a little bit better here. Yeah, that's not going to come up very good at all. But anyway, and the detail wasn't great on these minis back in the day, these old lead miniatures or pewter or whatever they are. But this looks like it's a this looks like it's a very like a low-level fighter. I don't know what he's doing, what they're doing fighting a sea giant if they're low level. This one looks like a these might be like supposed to be like people aboard ship, you know, like seamen or pirates or whatever, but they're not very well. There's no armor on these guys. They have very basic weapons, it looks like. If we can get that to focus for you. Oh. Yeah, that's probably what it was meant to be, because I don't think these guys would have any hope against, because there's only the two of them against a big ass sea giant. So, but anyway, so there's the paper that shows them. So yeah, I don't think they would do very well, just the two of those guys. I think that's a bad day. So that is the Dragon Lord's Giants Club Grenadier model. That is the first one that I was going to show you guys. And then we had, this is the Dragon Killers box set. I'll show that again real quick here. And I only have some of these. I don't have the whole box. I don't know where all my minis ended up, but I'm sure over the years. And this guy's staff is bent. But this is like a, it's meant to be a magic user. And I say magic user like first edition. I don't say wizard like they do now in 5th edition. Like wizards were a rank of magic user. You had to get to a certain rank. Let's see what if I go closer? Let's see here. Yeah, they won't focus at all, even when you get. I've seen other people whose cameras will. See, it tries to, and then it stops. Damn it. Anyway, that's about as good as it's getting, as close as I can get it. But so you have him. I have the War Dog. So this came in there. This one's kind of painted. He's not complete, but he's been painted a little bit. Back in the day, we used to just have like painting parties where we'd have a bunch of people that would come over and we'd just sit and paint miniatures and stuff. And so some of them are partially painted, but cool little War Dog. This guy's partially painted. This looks like a druid because he's got, and of course, a lot of these have their damn weapons busted off, which pisses me off. This guy is a berserker, it says, and he is wearing like a hide helmet with like a bear helmet. Now that one's gonna show up. Nice. Oh, son of a bitch. He's got like a bearskin rug that he's wearing. His one weapon is busted off, but he's got one that would have been a sword, and then the other one looks like he's got a hatchet, hand axe in his other hand. So that was partially painted. You had, this is the half-orc thief assassin, and his goddamn weapon is busted off. Son of a bitch. And this was a dagger. So there's supposed to be a dagger sticking out of here. And it's got spiked knuckles too. hold it. Trying to figure out a way to get this damn thing to focus for you guys. I just don't want to. Anyway, that's a half-orc assassin, and then behind his back, he's holding another weapon behind his back. Here's the paper that shows all of them. If you guys want to get an idea of what they are supposed to look like. So there you got your Berserker, War Dog, Ranger. What is that? Female in plate, Cleric, half-orc assassin, Paladin, it looks like. These other ones are. And then Fighting Wizard and Fighter Master of Arms. So it's actually a pretty cool set. I don't know if you guys ever remember any of these old miniature box sets here. I've got a few of them. So here is the Hirelings one. This one might be complete. This one is complete. I think I ordered this one off eBay and it was complete, except I don't have the paper for it. That kind of bothers me because I thought I did. But this is the Hireling. Now that's the art. This is the actual branded Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. They were made by Grenadier for, and they paid the licensing fee so they could say Advanced Dungeons and Dragons on them. And there's your artwork there. And yeah, I thought I had the paper for this. God damn it. What I did is I found the picture. You can find the pictures for the paper inserts. You can then print them off on your printer and cut them out. Basically have the same thing. But one of the cool figures I wanted to show on this one was, this is two of the Hirelings carrying a big ass chest out of the dungeon. Come on now, please focus. That is a cool mini. I would love it if people could see this. You're not gonna be able to see the detail because it won't focus, but trust me, this is a good figure here. This is well done. I mean, you can even see the padlock on it, on the chest. Yeah, this is one of my favorite figures right here. You got another one, and a lot of times you don't see minis like this nowadays. Where here's it's the Ark of the Covenant. This one is another guy, and he's carrying a lantern. And you don't see minis nowadays where like adventures like they should be. You know, a lot of people, they'd have to be carrying lanterns and stuff to be able to see. So, yeah. And this is supposed to be a better camera too that I bought, and the fucking thing will not focus no matter what I do. It focuses for 2 seconds and then it stops. God damn it. There's a torchbearer. Guy carrying a torch. Little guy. There is a potion drinker. This is back in the day when you used to take hirelings, and then if you found potions and you didn't know what they were, you'd have a hireling try it and see if it was poison or whatever. And yeah. This is one where the guy's he's looks like he's trying to chisel a door or chisel a lock. Of course, you won't be able to see. He's got a hammer and a spike in his hand that he's trying to chisel a door with. So this is somebody calling. This is someone carrying a fallen comrade who would only do what it's supposed to do here. But yeah, he's got either a dead or an unconscious guy wrapped over or across his shoulders. Now, the beef I have is the bases on these things. These little teeny tiny bases. That thing's gonna fall right over. It's top heavy. There's two bodies. The guy is standing and he's carrying a body on top of that little tiny base. Of course, and these are lead. Of course, it's gonna fall right over. Why do they put such a little teeny tiny base on these things? I mean, it's barely bigger than the tip of my finger. You know, I mean, that's gonna fall right over. But yeah, this particular set, the Hireling set, is Mike says I have some Dragon Lords minis, Ninja, and Samurai box. See, I don't have those. Oh, I have everything for Oriental Adventures, but I forgot about minis. Now I'm gonna have to go. Thanks, Mike. I'm gonna have to go look that up because I want to get those. And you have the white dragon. See, I don't have any of the dragons from back in the day. So anyway, there's the box again. But yeah, this is one of my favorite box sets right there. Is the Hirelings, and the fact that the damn slip is not in here is ridiculous because I thought I printed one out. Here is the Adventuring Party. This one. Now, see, this is one I did print out and added it in there. See, so that's all. I just found the picture online and then I just printed it out. And these, a couple of them are painted. I think I painted this cleric. Now, it could be that they come out better when they're painted. Let's see if they focus better when they do focus better when they're painted. So I think I painted this cleric here. And I would really like it if that would come out because you could see the detail on the painting. But, so that's a cleric. There's the box itself. And then this one's painted. This is a magic user, a wild ass hair and everything. See if this one will come out for you here. Yeah, you want to, but you're not gonna. So this one I don't think I have a complete set. I might have a complete set of this. Let me see. I'm just missing the foam dividers here is what I'm missing. There's a bard in here with bagpipes. That'll come out. So they made some damn cool minis back in the day, man. Again, there's if you want to look at all the different minis there, what they look like. Come on now. This is a piece of paper. You can definitely focus this, right? There we go. So that's the Adventuring Party. And then this was the Specialists. This was another one. Okay, now I have the original paperwork in here for this one, but I don't have all the minis. It looks like I'm missing some of these. I even added names on this. Look how yellow this is. That's how old this paper is here. I even named some of the minis from my NPCs and stuff. But here's a monk that I did. I did this monk with the nunchucks. That'll come out here for you. Come on now. That one I'd really like to work. Anyway, you'll take my word for it. That's the monk. And then this was must be a fighter or a paladin. I can't remember. Came out there for a little bit, but yeah, I don't have all these. There's another bard. This one he's playing like a harp or something like that, stringed instrument. But that's the Specialist. Let's see here. Yeah, that guy, he kind of sticks out a little bit too much here. Let's see here. What do we got here? White dragon must have been a lot of lead. Some of this stuff is heavy. Yeah, the dragon is heavy. Or the dragon, the giants are heavy, and I imagine the dragons were a lot of lead too. The white dragon isn't really that big compared to the modern stuff, but it is weighty. Yeah, I did a video a while back, a couple years back, where I compared the size of like monsters in the minis back in the day compared to the minis, the monsters, and even the giants and stuff. Big difference in scale, you know. Chupa says it's amazing how reliant my D&D games have become using minis. Not a bad thing. Just used to dig theater of the mind back in the day. Yeah, I'm a big theater of the mind person too. That's why I don't do like super elaborate like layouts and stuff like that. A lot of people love to do that stuff with the Dwarven Forge and all that stuff, which I think would be cool if you can afford all that stuff. But just using minis to me just helps. Just adds just a little bit of a dimension, which is for me is perfect balance. I don't think it takes too much away from the theater of the mind, and I don't think that um, I don't think that it adds extra too much of a mechanical burden to the play, the flow of the game. Having to deal with minis. Whereas, like if you have one of those big ass full table layout things with like a sheet covering, and you roll the sheet back as players discover stuff or whatever, and then you got to move stuff around, that becomes time consuming as the flow of the game. Whereas just moving a few minis around isn't that big of a deal. So that is. Oh, I got one last one I wanted to show here. So this is the old Dragonlance. This is box. It says set 1. I don't know if they made a set 2. But this was like the big bad guy, the big Dragonlance big bad guy. He was like the boss that you had to defeat or whatever and I'm sure it's from the books. And again, that's not going to come out too well, but I'm finding out that the unpainted ones definitely don't come out as well as the painted ones. I'm trying to get them to focus. So, but there's a couple painted guys in here. So I don't think I did this guy. I think one of my friends did this lizard man type deal. And that's not going to focus too well. But he's supposed to be carrying like a spear. The spear's not painted, but the spear goes like this. He's holding the spear like that. Matter of fact, there's 3 of them that are doing that. One of them is supposed to be holding a sword. It looks like there's another painted one. He's showing up pretty good there. Of course, then he was out of focus. So, hey, Eddie Green, Edward, how are you? And I don't have this. This is not a full set that I have for this box set, unfortunately. But this is Gold Moon. She was one of the main characters from the books, I think, and the campaign, the original Dragonlance campaign. So yeah, I don't have the full. Unfortunately, I don't have the full thing. What I can do here, though, is I can take these guys out real quick because the picture's on the back of what all the minis are supposed to look like. So we can do that real quick here. Take this stuff out here. So there's what they're supposed to look like when they're all painted. Get that close enough to where it'll stay in focus and so yeah. And I don't have the Sturm character, Antica. I don't have those. I don't know what happened to them. Of course, we're talking 35 years probably since I bought this. So moved all over Germany and back, and played in multiple games and multiple states and countries, and so shit gets lost, I guess. I'm pretty careful with my stuff, but stuff still gets lost. So yeah, Edward, now that I got my project done back here, I can start doing some mini painting and stuff too. So yeah, had to get that done. So that's my Dragonlance set right there, what I have left of it. So I thought you guys would enjoy seeing those old minis there. Let's see. Did you guys see this this Itch.io's bundle for Ukraine, where you can get 991 games for $10? That's what I said. 991 video games for $10. $10 is the minimum donation. This is all for getting money together for Ukraine support. And they've already, their goal is $4 million. They're 3 point something million. They've already got. The minimum donation is $10, but you literally get 991 different video games but it's on their platform. I've never heard of this platform before. It's itch.io's, so Itch.io's. But it's I'll put the link to this story in the chat here so you guys can check it out. I'm gonna be giving money to the Ukraine cause through a different venue, a different way, probably through was it World Central Kitchen, which Chef Andres, I think it is. That guy should get a Nobel Peace Prize, by the way. But I'm probably going to give money that way. I just don't know if I want to add another platform of games, but I mean, I'd probably drop $50 for the cause if I was going to do this. I mean, and these are small games. I mean, they're all independent by independent people, independent developers and stuff like that. But 991 games, and you just got to make a donation. They're highly recommending that people give more than the $10 minimum. They've already, earned, totaled up over $3 million worth of funds. So a lot of people must be giving a lot of money. They're at 3.8. Yeah, they have 262,000 contributors. The average contribution is $14.48. It's 733 different independent creators for a total of 991 games. So, I mean, I may end up giving money to Chef Andre's cause, to the World Central Kitchen or whatever, and then I might still do this. So I might just drop another $20 or $50 or something like that for this one, and go ahead and get the whatever their launcher is, their platform launcher. But I didn't know if you guys had seen that or not. It's for a good cause, and it's pretty much awesome all the way around, actually. So that's that story. And then I wanted to go over this when you guys have a sec too, when you guys are ready. So this is the 10 best open world games. This is an IGN story. I'll copy this one also for you guys. If you guys haven't already seen this, this is their subjective list of the 10 best open world games of all time. Now, I didn't know if they were going to say like current, like generation, but no, they're saying of all time. So there's open for a lot of debate here. So let's start off. So number 10 is Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Never heard of the game. I don't know if it's a console, what do you call it, exclusive for consoles, or if it was on PC as well. It looks like it's PS5 and PS4. I don't see it. Yeah, so it looks like it was just a PlayStation exclusive. So I don't know much about that one. Number 9 is Horizon Forbidden West, brand new one that just came out. I haven't played Zero Dawn either, and I'm waiting for Zero Dawn. I'm waiting for Zero Dawn and Elden Ring both on sale. Because I want to do Zero Dawn first, and then Forbidden West. I'll follow it up with that. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. I did play Metal Gear Solid 5, and that was fantastic. So, I don't know if it's in my top 10 for open world, but it's a good game, that's for sure. Let's see. Number 7, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim. Now, Skyrim, I would have to say, just for the longevity of that game, and I know that there's the joke about them re-releasing it a gazillion times in different formats and versions and shit. That's all understood. Point taken. But I think even without all those iterations, people, and of course it's all thanks to the modding community, but that game seems to be immortal. I think for that reason alone that Skyrim should be in the top 3. I just, I know people that are still playing it today on a regular basis, still playing Skyrim. So I personally would put that. They have it at what I say 7. Let's see here. Yeah, they have it at number 7. I would have to have it in my top 3. What do you guys say? Those that I'm assuming everybody here has probably played Skyrim at some point. So anyway, that's their number 7. Number 6, they have Fallout New Vegas. Now, unpopular opinion here. I didn't think Fallout New Vegas was better. I like Fallout 4 better. Now, I know I'm in the minority because my sole reason for saying that is settlements. I'm a huge fan of settlements in Fallout. So New Vegas and Fallout 3 didn't have settlements. So if we were just going to say like the story and all that, plus I don't know that I liked I'm not a big fan of desert, desert, look and the feel of everything taking place in that. I like the urban stuff, like Fallout 4 is also, it's in Boston. And so, and I know that New Vegas obviously is in Vegas, but a lot of it takes place out in the damn barren desert too. So, I personally would have put Fallout 4 in that slot rather than New Vegas, but that's the unpopular opinion. If you guys are commenting or anything, I'm not seeing it, so I don't know. I'm assuming that just no one's talking because I'm assuming the chat's working. But so let's see here. That was number 6. So now number 5, they have Elden Ring. I think it's a little early for them to be adding. Well, maybe not, but I haven't played it yet. Obviously, I'm still waiting for. I want it to come down in price. A lot of people have told me that not everybody likes the Souls style of combat, the Souls style of gameplay, which Elden Ring has as a model, and therefore, if you end up paying full $60 and you don't like that mechanic, I don't really do that, but so Elden Ring is number 5. They have Red Dead Redemption 2 as number 4, as in the top 10 open world games. I played Red Dead Redemption 2 a considerable amount, and I don't know what it was, but I can't put my finger on anything specific. But for some reason, the story was good, but I got bored with it somehow. I'm not sure how, but something about it. I don't know what. I don't know if it's mechanics. I don't know. Can't put my finger on it, but I got bored. I stopped playing it. Grand Theft Auto 5. I have played some Grand Theft Auto 5, and I ended up just what I do with all Grand Theft Auto. I just end up driving around crashing shit, trying to see how many stars I can get. Um, rung up if I can get to 4 or 5 stars or whatever, before I get wasted or whatever. So I didn't really do the. It felt more like it was. It'd be more comfortable with somebody with a controller as opposed to mouse and keyboard. So I end up just just for just shits and giggles, I just drive around and crash it and do all that. Eddie Green, my top 3 would be Elden Ring, Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Skyrim in that order. Well, you're gonna be happy, dude, because so that was their number 3. Number 2, they have The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt. The Witcher games are all fantastic, so we can just say that, and it's just gonna be subjective as where it would go on anybody's personal list. But number 1 is Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. I have not played it. I don't think it's even available on PC. I think that's just a console game, and so I don't know that until I'm able to somehow luckily get a PS5 or something, or is that a Xbox exclusive? Let's see, what's it on? Um, um, trying to see what that. Let's see. Trying to see what platform is that. Oh, is it only on Nintendo Switch? It makes sense. I mean, it's a Nintendo game, so I definitely don't have a Switch. So that would, yeah, it's probably just a. Obviously, I have a fantasy bias. Well, I think a lot of us do. If you're on my channel, now don't get me wrong, we like sci-fi too and everything, but and I like some real world stuff. Yeah, I figured after I was reading through it, I was like, oh, it's probably just on the Switch because it's a Nintendo game. But I didn't know if they ended up, porting it out to like some of the other consoles, but they probably had it just as a. And I don't have a Switch, so. But I've heard that game is incredible. So I remember the only Zelda game that I played was on the Super Nintendo, or was it the original NES? It was 1980. You guys might know if you guys are Nintendo people. It would have been around 1987 or 1988. I was in Germany. My buddy Rich, we'd go over his house, and it was either an NES or a Super NES. I can't remember. So, and he had I can't remember which Zelda game he had. We played the shit out of Zelda on that NES. And I can't remember if it was an original NES or if it was a Super NES. So, but you guys might know better than me if you guys are big Nintendo people. So anyway, that is your top 10 that they have for. That's from IGN. And then there's another story here I'm going to link for you guys. This one is, where was it here? The Curse of Skill in Multiplayer Games. Let's copy that. So that is about the problem with, you have the people who are elites when it comes or extremely good at multiplayer games, and then you have the people that are trying to play the game, but if they're not at that level, they just get kicked out of groups constantly, get booted. That's what that article's about, it looks like. I haven't read the whole thing, but basically, the fact that, the TLDR is get good, scrub. And basically, if you're not good enough, you get kicked out of everything, and which doesn't allow you to kind of practice your skills and stuff because you can't stay in a group or whatever. And I have experienced that with Counter-Strike because I was a competitive Counter-Strike player way back in the day when it was it 5.1, I think it was. But now when I go back and try to play CS:GO, my skills are gone compared to what when I was in my heyday, probably around that would have been 1999, 2000, somewhere in there. When I want to say, or maybe a little bit after 2000. I'm trying to think because it was before I moved to Texas. So it might have been 2000, 2001, somewhere in there. And I was pretty good then. And now if I get into a group on CS:GO or whatever, I'll just get kicked because I'm not. I lost all my. I didn't practice for so long and everything. So I know what the article's talking about. So it's kind of tough. I don't know if any of you guys have ever experienced that, but yeah, that ain't no fun. Especially when at one time, because I was in they use a word that I don't dare use on YouTube, um, but we'll say guild. I was in a guild, uh, which and we played competitively against other guilds, and pretty good back in the day. It was Gamers Underground Empire. We were Gamers Underground Empire was the GUE. That was our guild. So, let's see. NES Legend of Zelda. I don't know if it was the original Legend of Zelda or if it was the one after that, but I'm pretty sure it was the regular NES. Now that I think about it, Edward. Anyway, we're coming up on an hour here, guys. So, is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about? Any other gaming topics? Anything non-gaming? Average Estonian, or in some online games, if it's a team-based and elite gets paired with an unexperienced one, elite one rage quits. That's another thing. Yeah, the higher skilled person can end up just quitting too. So now with CS:GO, I haven't gone through all the categories of types of groups that you can try, and I know that there's casual, there's different things. There may be some way of like, I don't know if it matches you based on your skill, because that if there is a way to do that, that would be awesome. But I don't know if the game does that or not, or if it does try to do it, if it's accurate. So, but yeah, like Call of Duty multiplayer, I wouldn't even try to get on that shit now. I'll do the campaigns and stuff like that, but I ain't gonna be trying to get on there and trying to play the game and have to worry about some 18-year-old coming over and trying to teabag my character and all that bullshit. Nah, I ain't doing that. So, all right, guys. Well, we're at an hour here. If nobody has any parting questions or topics they want to talk about or anything, I'm going to shut her down and do some other stuff. Gotta show off the old E4 Mafia there, the old insignia of when I was in the Army. There's a guy called the Fat Electrician. I don't know if you guys follow him on YouTube. He's big on TikTok too. He started on TikTok and he started doing a YouTube channel because he wanted to be able to do longer videos. That dude is a crack up. He does all kinds of military. He'll take like a particular topic, like he'll take say the Navy SEALs or something, and then he'll do a whole video just about the Navy SEALs. But he does it. He's hilarious the way he does it. And he did one about what's known as the E4 Mafia. And if you guys haven't heard that term, the E4 Mafia, here, matter of fact, if you guys want, let me go real quick. I'm gonna go and find his because I subscribe to him. Let me I want to give you guys the link to that particular video. Let's see here. Let's go to there it is. E4 Mafia. Okay, so share, copy. Okay, so let's put this in here. Okay, so that is the link to go to the Fat Electrician and his video about the E4 Mafia, which when I got out of the Army, I was an E4. I was a specialist. And we were, anybody that had that rank, basically it's the highest rank you could get without becoming an NCO. And once you became an NCO, you had responsibility for people below you. That's the highest rank you could have where you didn't have to worry about having any responsibility. And you'll have to watch his video. He goes into a lot more detail than that, but basically what he says is true. So Bastille says, when you DM games, do you bring in any Greyhawk lore? Well, when I DM, I use Greyhawk as my campaign world, so it's all Greyhawk lore. Pretty much, yeah. The basically, I'm assuming you know Greyhawk fairly well, Bastille, if you're asking that question. So basically, I set my campaign is centered around the town of Devers. That's kind of where I have everything, where my storyline, I have my overall storyline for my campaign that covers the entire world of Greyhawk. But it starts out, the origin point is Devers and goes from there. The 2 times that I've run my campaign, 2 different groups, they've stayed in basically they've used Devers as their home base, as their headquarters. There's nothing saying they couldn't move to it. They couldn't go to the big town, actual Greyhawk City itself or a different town. But the 2 groups I've done, they've stayed in Devers and kept it as their home base. So I don't know. And then of course, like all the deities and all that, it's all Greyhawk. So I don't know if that answers your question, but yeah, mine is Greyhawk centered. So all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna shut her down. You guys have a good one. We are playing tomorrow night, so there will be a recap video after that, sometime over the weekend or something. Sunday we have another live. So until then, we'll catch you guys on the flip side.